And in business news, the Chinese economy breezing through the final quarter of 2024, managing to hit the full-year target the government had set itself of 5%. Our GDP in the October to December period beating economists' estimates, expanding at 5.4%. That is the quickest pace since early 2023. But analysts warn the fundamental economic picture may not be as rosy as data suggests. CNA's Si Hui explains.
The better-than-expected economic performance comes off the back of interest rate cuts, liquidity injection, and an expansion of a trade-in scheme for consumer goods. These various stimulus measures rolled out as early as September gave 2024's fourth quarter a strong push to hit overall GDP growth of 5%.
2024年国际环境呢是错综复杂，世界经济增长的动能是偏弱的。 这个地缘政治的冲突也在加剧，贸易保护主义是愈演愈烈。国内呢，这个有效需求不足，新旧动能转换这个存在阵痛，部分行业企业生产经营困难较多。在这样一个困难局面下，我国经济顶住压力。 克服困难，经济总量实现了这个新的突破。
But economists say 2025 will likely be equally challenging, if not worse, as external demand may come under threat from trade barriers with US President-elect Donald Trump set to start his second term on January 20th.
After inauguration, we are expecting a clarity in terms of the Trump trade policy that would be implemented. And the question then is how will these policies actually look like for China in terms of actually the tariff numbers or actually having actual trade bans on certain goods and goods. I think that would be the biggest challenge for China at this time.
This as other domestic challenges remain. Latest data showed property investment in China fell 10.6% in 2024, after tumbling 10.4% year-on-year in the first 11 months.
A long dark tunnel ahead with no light yet at the end of the tunnel, or at least not being seen as well. So I think that's where the challenge for the property segment is. The hope is that with the completion of existing projects that they are actually able to look afresh and anew, but in the meantime, the challenges are still how to revitalize that confidence, and it requires a lot more, I believe, from the Chinese state. And that's why attention is now being paid towards what they will likely say in the two sessions.
Officials have already pledged for more proactive economic policies in the new year, including a moderately loose monetary policy, as well as an increase in budget deficits. The new GDP growth target for 2025 will be unveiled at the annual two sessions in March. That's when thousands of government officials will descend upon Beijing, where they discuss work reports and approve government budgets. But there are some indications that Beijing may stick to a GDP growth target of 5%, following ambitious targets set by major local level economies such as Fujian and Zhejiang province. They're aiming for growth as high as 5.5%. Earlier, it was reported that China's trade surplus reached a record high in 2024, ending the year with a good note, as exports rebounded to 10.7% from a year earlier. It's said to be driven by export front-loading ahead of Trump's inauguration. Si Hui, CNA, Beijing.